Okay, guys, can you see my screen now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So for today, the lab is about Wireshark analysis. I think all the cohorts are only doing this first lab and not the log analysis. So maybe it will be pushed to another day. Um, let me see what is there. Mm, Okay. So what you have to do in this first lab is that first of all, you will download this image. You can just save it. Downloads, save. Okay, I already have it. Let me just open it. So if you download this image, it's basically a SGWIL capture, which basically means it's an IDS capture that you're actually looking at the screen, and it basically shows the alerts generated by the intrusion detection system. Probably in one of the labs, I will cover Security Onion, which is an open source intrusion detection system. I think you guys have worked with the Snort, but this Security Onion, it's like a suite of tools. It has multiple tools. Um, it has the Snort as well. It has GWIL, Squirt, Bro, Elk. A lot of tools are there inside this, and it's an amazing open source IDS. Now, what you see here is basically a log that has been captured, or the alerts are being generated. And if you go through them, you will actually see here this the RT means real time, and this is the alert that was generated on this particular date. The source IP address is 119.31.230.40. The source port was 80. The destination was this IP. The destination port was 51132. And then you can see here that this notification that it's a Windows executable sent when the remote host claims to send an image. What it is essentially giving you the notification is that somebody or some server, it actually sent a malware which was hidden inside an image file. It could be a JPEG, PNG, GIF, whatever. If you go through the other logs, like for example, here also this is an alert. It says it's a DNS standard query response. Not every alert that is generated in an IDS is basically means that uh, it is an attack or it is malicious, but some of them which are highlighted in the red color are probably that you may want to dig out more. Since we don't have the access to the log itself, it's just a screenshot, so we can only speculate. Like here it says the ET policy, let's encrypt free SSL cert observed. Again, it's an alert which is highlighted in the red color. Could be malicious, could not be malicious. It could also be the reason that the certificate cannot be verified. That's why it is showing it as basically uh, you know alert with the high risk, right? And but this particular alert that you see here is actually um, saying that it's a malware and it's a Windows exe file which is hidden inside the image. So probably you want to investigate more into this one. And similarly, if you go through this all, you can see other alerts, like for example, you can see this red alert, which says again, it's a certificate error, or maybe it's a malicious certificate. We don't know, right? Now, what you have to do in this lab is that I will go back to the platform. It says that you download the PCAP file by clicking on this link. So it's a packet capture file that you will download. The password for this file is infected, means this is the password, infected. Analyze the PCAP file and answer the following questions. So the question number 1 is, which two clients are Windows hosts, and what are the associated user account names in it? which of these two Windows clients was infected. So you basically have to identify and give the IP address probably here. And then what type of malware was that Windows client infected with. So we have to dig out from this capture file that is here and then match this one with the alert and look for this particular packet, you know, the one which is sending the files, and then we will do the investigation. So first thing is downloading the file. Now, I will tell you one thing. I have tried this. The problem on my PC or computer is that somehow the file capture does not contain the image that I'm looking for. But one of my other colleagues, he downloaded the same file, packet capture file. He was able to get the file that we are looking for. So I don't know. I tried to dig out what is the problem, but somehow some packets are missing in my PCAP file, although we are downloading it from the same link. So I may not be able to actually show you the exact outcome of this demo, but probably when you do it on your machines, there is a possibility that you will have the required packets which are missing in my PCAP file. Anyways, I will do it one more time. Maybe I'm lucky this time and it will work. I will copy the link. I will just go into the Kali Linux. Before I go, I want to delete the previous files that I downloaded. So RM 2020. So this step you will not do. I'm just removing the files to make sure that my downloads folder is empty. Okay. Now, I just copied the URL. I'm going to paste it. And as you can see, it's a zip file. Okay, it's a Wireshark capture file, which is a zip file. So now it will download, save the file. And it seems like the download is complete, right? Yeah. So this is the file 2020-04-24 traffic analysis exercise.pcap file. Okay. I'm already in the downloads folder and I can see that the file that I have downloaded is basically this one. It's a zip file. So I'm going to unzip it by using unzip command and then give the path, give the file. Now, as you can see, it is asking me for the password. The password is infected, all in the small letters. And now it says inflating and the file has been extracted. So this is the PCAP file that I have just downloaded, okay? Now, if you want to open this file in the Wireshark, there are multiple ways you can open Wireshark and go to file and then, but if I want to open it using the command line, I can just write the Wireshark and then the file, which is this one, and press enter. The file will open in Wireshark. Now you can see all the packets that are there in this PCAP file, all these packets basically. There's a DNS query, there's a TCP SYN packet, and then there is IGMP and HTTP packets are also there. This is the HTTP GET request and so on. So there are more, I don't know how many packets are there, but I think it's more than 50,000 packets maybe. All right. So now going back again, let's look at the image. So if you look at the file that we are looking, sorry, the packet that we are looking for in the Wireshark is this one, which is the source IP address is 119.31.234.40, and the destination port is 51132. So one thing that I can do is, I think you guys have worked in the Wireshark before, maybe. I don't know. So what I want to do is, I'm just thinking, TCP dot port is equal to 51132. Okay. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm using a filter. I'm trying to filter the packets with the port number. Why? How did I come up with this? Is because the port number, if you see here, the destination port is 51132. If I put port 80, there will be a lot of packets that I will get which are on port 80 and maybe from other IP addresses as well. But I'm interested in particularly this port number on which the packet. I mean, there is no harm in searching with port 80 as well. But like I said, I'm trying to like narrow down my search by using this port number. So it will show me the packets which are having the port number 1132. Okay, now if you see all these packets are containing port number 51132. It's not necessary in the source port because I did not mention it's a source port. So it could be either in the source port or destination port. So if you can see here that the sender is sending a request, this IP address to this destination, and it's containing the port number 51132 as a source port and 80 as the destination port. But this is not the packet that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the packet in which the destination is 5132. I mean, somewhere here, right? So for example, if you see here, this is the destination port. Sorry, this is the source, this is the destination. Yeah. So if you see here, this packet is coming from the server 119.31.234.40, in which the destination port is basically 51132. But this is a SYN ACK packet, which means it's a TCP handshake that is going on. All right. So again, this is not the packet that I'm looking for. Now I cannot go through one by one through the packet. Before, I just want to find out that particular image. Just keep one thing in mind that, like, if I click on any of these packets, let's just start with the first one, for example. I right click on it, and if I go to follow and if I click on the TCP stream, it's basically going to show me all the communication that happened, I mean, in this particular TCP session between this source and destination. Now, what you see here is that the host who is sending is alphapioneer.com. This is probably the domain or the server which pushed that file to the target or the victim. If you see here that the file name, it says is 888.png. This is the file. Now, it does show that the file type is PNG here in the content type, but if you look here somewhere, you actually can see that it says that this program cannot be run in the DOS mode. And whenever you see something called PE, this means that it is an executable file. So there is a kind of a mismatch that is going on here, that the file type, the file name, the file type, it appears to be an image coming from the server, which is alphapioneer.com. But when we look at the contents here, it basically shows some of the contents here that it's basically, what is PE? Just I want to check so that I'm not giving you the wrong information. PE file format. I'm running a VPN, that's why I'm getting this message. So I was running a VPN because I thought maybe there's a problem that the firewall is blocking or deleting some of my packets. Please select all the images. Okay. And as you can see, it is a portable executable format file, which means it is an executable file. So that means that whatever I just said to you is actually correct. So from here, we can see that there's something wrong, that it is an exe file, but it is being sent as an image file with .png extension. The file name is tetra8.png. Okay, this is one thing that we found out. Now, what we want to do is, and like I said, the file is missing actually in my capture, but hopefully it will not be missing in your capture, but you will follow the same step that I'm following now. So I will go to the file here now, and I will go to export objects. So what I'm really trying to do is I want to export this image file out of all these packets. So if you go to export objects and then you go to HTTP, now here you can see that there are lots of files that are exchanged and they can be exported. But the one that I'm looking for is basically a PNG file, an image file. Now, I just showed you you can also search it by using the host name. So for example, the packet that, sorry, I'm just going to show you what was the host name. So if you see here, you have the host name alphapioneer.com. I mean, if this packet is there, the one that I'm looking for, then when I go to the export objects and I go to HTTP and I just search for alphapioneer.com, you should get the image file here. But since it is missing in my packet capture and I don't know why, I'm not able to see that file. Okay, this is one way to look for the file. Another way to look for the file is in the content types. Now in the content types, you have the PNG is also there. So it means that there are some PNG files that are there in this capture. I'm going to list all of them. For example, here you can see that there are some PNG files which are coming from ubuntugeek.com and this and that. Again, is not the relevant file. So I'm just going to go back to all content type. Now, there was another thing called 888. I mean, the file name started with 888. So if I see 888, you can see that there are some 888.png files here, but I have tested them. This is not the file that I'm looking for. So when you download this capture file, hopefully you will have, like Derek had in his, when he downloaded the same PCAP file, it had the image file that we are looking for. So, but in any ways, the method is this, that once you have that file, so let's assume that this is the biggest size of the file, and I'm assuming that this is the file. I will save it, I will select it, and I will save it on the desktop, and I will just call it, there's a random name here, okay? So you can always change the name. I'm just going to call it dojo.png, and I'm going to save it on the desktop, okay? Now the file is saved on the desktop. And this is one of the tasks that I'm actually trying to demonstrate that you have to do. So do not close this window, otherwise the Wireshark will close. So I will go to the desktop and I just saved a file called dojo.png. Where is it? Yeah, so this is the file that I just downloaded. I mean, I exported from the packet capture. And now what I want to do is that I want to find out whether this file is malicious or not. So one thing that you can do is that you can take SHA. You can also use SHA 256 sum and then give the file name. So basically what I just did now, SHA 256 sum dojo.png means that I have generated an SHA 256 hash of this dojo.png file. So the next thing that I need to do is I will copy this hash and I can go to VirusTotal to find out what kind of malware is it, right? So you are already familiar with VirusTotal, and I think you're familiar with AnyRun also, because I told you guys yesterday, any.run. Let me shut down my VPN. It's giving me this messages all the time. Okay. Where's Total? Okay, so again, I think I need to log in maybe. Better, I don't want to log in. I will just check it from the. What's going on, guys? Where is virus total? My computer is acting weird today. Okay, I go to the search and I paste the hash that I just created for this particular file. Now it is showing that it's a Trojan downloader and, you know, it has been reported, but it's basically not the actual file. Like I told you, this is not the file that I was expecting. And that's why most of them, you can see it's undetected. But hopefully you will get that file once you download the PCAP file, and you will be able to see more hits, and you will see the malware type. It's actually a bot. Now, when you go to the platform, and let's see what we have done so far is that I just showed or demonstrated you how you can export that image file that is expectedly malicious. You will take the hash, you will feed it to the VirusTotal and any other platform, and you will be able to identify what type of malware it is. Now, which of these two Windows clients was infected? Well, it's not a rocket science because you can see who is the source, 19119.31.234.40. The destination is 10.00.167. So the destination is, this is the infected one. And another question that you will have to do it on your own is that because if I demonstrate it, then there is nothing left for you to research or do. Which two clients are Windows hosts? And what are the associated user account names? Now, what I can do is that I will provide you with the link. In that link, it basically shows what filters you need to do, use in the Wireshark in order to find out the host names or the user accounts associated with the machine. So I'm going to share that link in the chat window. Okay. So that's what you have to do for today. I will see.
Mr. Asad,
Yeah.
is this assignment is supposed to be done on my host machine?
Yes. There is nothing malicious in it. Okay. The only malicious thing is the image file. So my
can Mac
suggestion,
users do it as well, or we will face problems? And
you
we
have
will
Kali
not-
Linux, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, the problem that I mentioned is not related to you guys. That is something
I know, but I'm
yeah.
asking because sometimes these softwares are not available for us. That's why I'm asking.
Which software, for example, Wireshark?
No, we have Wireshark, but I'm not sure if we can perform the whole assignment.
Of course you can. There is only one thing
Okay.
that we are using here. That is the Wireshark. You're not using anything else. So you need Kali Linux. Inside Kali, you have a Wireshark. You will download the PCAP file from this particular link. You will look for this particular packet, which is coming from this source to this destination, and it's an image file. I showed you how you can export that image file that you will find. take the hash of the file, go to the VirusTotal website, and look what you get as a response, and that will
Okay.
be the answer of this question.
Okay, thank you.
This answer is also using the Wireshark again, and this answer also using the Wireshark again. For the first and the second one, I will share the link with you guys that how you can find the Windows hosts or host name and the associated user account. Okay. Are we good? Is there any
Yeah,
question?
Yes,
thank
okay. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Mr. Asad,
Yes.
Mr. Asad, what about the another question?
Which question?
2 and 3. Which one of this two Windows client was infected? What type of malware?
So that is why I told you that some part of the assignment you need to do it on your own. Okay. I can
Okay.
tell you, but then you will finish probably in 5-10 minutes. So go ahead and start the lab. Try to find the answer of these questions yourself. But as a help, I will provide you with the link that how you can find it. Okay.
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 Okay. I will stop sharing my screen.